What if I told you that the USA is outgrowing China's economy, and it's largely because of Florida? That's right, folks. For the first time in over 3 decades, the economy of the USA is sprinting at a pace that outstrips China's. This development challenges the long-held expectation that China would soon surpass the current global leader. It's especially noteworthy given that a large portion of other advanced economies around the globe have been more or less stuck in economic quicksand for more than a decade. But let's not stop there. Let's get a closer look at what's happening within the USA itself. You might be surprised to learn that almost 2/3 of US states are not growing as fast as the country as a whole. This implies that a select few regions are shouldering a significant portion of the economic growth, keeping the world's largest economy robust and buoyant. And that's where Florida comes into the picture. With an economy equivalent to that of Mexico, Indonesia, or Spain, Florida ranks as the 4th largest economy within the USA. Quite impressive for just one of 50 states, wouldn't you say? But Florida's economic prowess isn't just about size. The state has been attracting a lot of attention from economists for reasons beyond its sheer economic output. It's growing much faster than the other major states that round out the top 4: California, New York, and even Texas. And it's doing so with industries that traditionally haven't been associated with the region's vibrant history. But there's a twist. This economic success story has raised eyebrows, sparking debates on whether it's a net benefit to the USA as a whole. To uncover the truth, we need to answer a few critical questions. What is driving Florida's rapid growth today? What potential problems could this growth spur? And most importantly, is this above-average growth really sustainable? So, let's zoom into Florida, the 4th largest economy within the USA, and explore its economic marvel. Why is Florida growing faster than other major states like California, New York, and Texas? A question that's been on the minds of economists around the world. The answer lies in a combination of factors that are unique to the Sunshine State. For starters, Florida's favorable tax environment has been a significant driver of its economic growth. The absence of a state income tax has made it an attractive destination for businesses and individuals alike, contributing to robust population growth. This surge in population isn't just boosting the housing market, but also driving demand in sectors like retail and hospitality, further fueling the state's economy. But it's not just about the tax breaks. Florida's strategic location has also played a pivotal role in its economic expansion. Its proximity to Latin America and the Caribbean has turned it into a global hub for trade and logistics, with the Port of Miami often referred to as the cargo gateway of the Americas. And let's not forget about the burgeoning tech industry. Silicon Valley, watch out, Florida is fast becoming a hotspot for tech startups and innovation, particularly in sectors such as aerospace, health tech, and fintech. The state's commitment to nurturing this sector is evident in its investment in tech-focused education and infrastructure. However, the real surprise lies in the rise of unexpected industries. Take, for example, the burgeoning film production scene. Florida's diverse landscapes and generous tax incentives have attracted filmmakers from around the globe, turning the state into a mini Hollywood. Moreover, Florida's booming agricultural sector, encompassing everything from citrus fruits to cattle farming, is often overlooked. Yet, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry that's contributing significantly to the state's GDP. But as economists around the world turn their attention to Florida's impressive growth, it's important to remember that rapid expansion is a double-edged sword. As the old saying goes, too much of a good thing can be bad, and Florida's growth is no exception. But is this rapid growth all good news? Let's delve into the potential problems. Rapid growth often comes with its own set of challenges. So, what are the potential problems caused by Florida's growth? Like a rocket shooting into the sky, Florida's economy is skyrocketing. But as we all know, what goes up must come down. The thing about rockets is they need a whole lot of fuel to keep going. And once that fuel runs out, well, we all know how that story ends. You see, Florida's economic boom is not without its potential pitfalls. For one, this rapid growth is not evenly distributed. This means that while some sectors and regions are thriving, others are being left in the dust. This uneven growth can lead to socioeconomic disparities, creating a divide between the haves and the have-nots. Then there's the question of the quality of this growth. Is it being driven by sectors that contribute to long-term prosperity, or is it more akin to a sugar rush that will inevitably lead to a crash? There's also the issue of how this growth is impacting the overall economy of the USA. Is Florida's rapid expansion coming at the expense of other states? Are resources being diverted away from other areas in order to fuel Florida's growth? And more importantly, is this a zero-sum game where Florida's gain is another state's loss? And let's not forget the environmental impact. With rapid growth comes increased consumption, which can lead to increased pollution and degradation of natural resources. Are we mortgaging our future for the sake of short-term growth? Finally, there's the question of sustainability. Can Florida keep up this rapid pace of growth, or is it heading for a hard landing? Is this a boom that will be followed by a bust? These are all important questions that need to be asked. And the answers will determine whether Florida's economic boom is a cause for celebration or concern. Now that we've examined the potential issues, we must consider whether this growth is sustainable. Is Florida's above-average growth sustainable, or is it just a bubble waiting to burst? Let's delve into this fascinating economic puzzle. Florida's growth has been primarily fueled by industries not typically associated with the region's vibrant history. It's seen a surge in sectors such as technology, finance, and even space exploration, painting a picture of a diverse economic landscape. Diversity, as we know, is a crucial ingredient for economic resilience. It insulates an economy from sector-specific downturns, and Florida's wide-ranging industry base is a promising sign of its sustainability. Population growth is another key factor. Florida's population is swelling, largely due to migration from other states. This influx brings with it a wealth of human capital, the skills, knowledge, and creativity that drive economic growth. But it's not just about quantity. Quality matters too. Florida has been successful in attracting a highly educated workforce, further bolstering its economic prospects. However, population growth is a double-edged sword. While it provides a larger workforce and consumer base, it also puts pressure on infrastructure, housing, and natural resources. Florida's ability to manage this delicate balance will be crucial to its long-term sustainability. And then there's the matter of economic policies. Florida's pro-business climate, characterized by low taxes and regulations, has been a magnet for companies and investors alike. This, in turn, has spurred job creation and economic growth. However, such policies must be sustainable and not sacrifice long-term prosperity for short-term gains. So, is Florida's above-average growth a bubble waiting to burst? Well, the answer isn't black and white. Florida's diverse economy, population growth, and favorable economic policies certainly paint a picture of sustainability. But as with any economy, there are challenges and risks that need to be carefully managed. With this insight, we can now place Florida on the Economics Explained leaderboard to see how it stacks up against other U.S. states and entire national economies. Will it continue its upward trajectory, or will it fall victim to the pitfalls of rapid growth? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, Florida's economic journey is one to watch. So, where does Florida, the fourth largest economy within the USA, sit on our Economics Explained leaderboard? Let's take a moment to put Florida's impressive economic growth into perspective. Comparing it to other states within the U.S., we see that Florida's growth rate is outpacing even the strongest players. It's leaving titans like California, New York, and even Texas in its wake. The state's vibrant economy, fueled by diverse industries and rapid development, has propelled it to the forefront, making it a major contributor to the overall American economic growth. But the story doesn't stop there. Florida's economy is not just a powerhouse within the United States. When we compare it to national economies around the world, it's equally impressive. With an output roughly equivalent to that of Mexico, Indonesia, or Spain, Florida stands tall, showing that it can compete on a global scale. What's contributing to its high ranking? A mix of factors. Florida's robust growth is driven by a thriving tourism industry, a booming real estate market, and an expanding tech sector. It's also fueled by a favorable business climate and a steady influx of new residents and businesses. However, it's not all sunshine and oranges. Florida's rapid growth comes with its own set of challenges, like rising housing costs and environmental concerns, but the state is actively addressing these issues and working towards sustainable growth. Florida's growth isn't just about its sheer size, it's about how the state has leveraged its resources, capitalized on its strengths, and adapted to change. It's about how it has attracted industries that weren't traditionally associated with it and how it has integrated itself into the global economy. And so, on our Economics Explained leaderboard, Florida stands out as a key player. It's not just one of the 50 states that make up the union, it's a dynamic economy that's playing a significant role in driving the USA's economic future. As we've seen, Florida's growth story is not just about its size, but also its rapid and potentially sustainable growth, making it a key player in the USA's economic future.